Evening peeps. Have I got mic? Yes, I've got mic. Okay. Evening peeps, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Just seen the We Are Driven intro. We Are Driven team still pushing Archie's journey, still pushing Bradley Lowry Foundation. Get yourselves over to Facebook, click all those like buttons. Go sign yourself up to We Are Driven as well. Get yourself involved. And then get yourself over to justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's journey. Please drop a donation on there. Thanks. So, tonight, I'm not, like I say, it says in the title, is it round one? Is it round two? Who knows? But tonight we're back with P1RCs British Touring Car Championship. Nearly couldn't say that then. 2 20-minute races followed by a 10-minute sprint race, which is qualifying for next week. Top three have success ballast on for the second race. Second and third race as it is, and commentated by me. Is what it is. So yes, they although we raced last week, some changes have been made, some alterations to power and weight on some cars, so they decided to nerf last week's points completely and start again this week. So like I say, I'm not quite sure whether they're classing this as round one or round two still. Your guess is as good as mine. I'll stop you just looking at a black screen, shall I? Don't worry. Yeah, it's not broken. So merch still available, people. I've changed the name of these. They're tickers and t-shirts now because I fluffed it up last night. So tickers are £3 a pair, free postage, and t-shirts £22 plus free postage and one free sticker. Right, let's get in. So like I say, no points this week. Who we got in? We've got Valium, Pilgrim, Rob, Magenta, Fez. We've got Dougs, Manny. We've got Obi-Wan, Dodgy, Champ, and JPH. Oh, Rafo's just joined the room. Okay, another driver in. So, qualifying doesn't happen until the end of tonight. I'm not quite sure whether they're using qualifying or the qualifying they had from last week for tonight, but next week's qualifying will be tonight, so they'll decide grid order tonight at the end of the 2 20-minute races. So a little 10-minute sprint race just to see qualifying in at the end tonight. So we're at Blue Moon Infield A. It's a tricky little circuit. Got teams of cars on track as well tonight. Let me just turn the usual nonsense on. So we've got the Yaris's, we've got the Hyundais, got the Honda Civics, the Focus. What else have we got? BMWs, another Focus, another Toyota Yaris. So yeah, a few different teams. Again, no points as of yet. Just waiting for everyone to get on track and we'll get race one underway. 20 minutes. Not quite a sprint race. Let's find a driver and see if we can go for a little lap on board. Come on, where are you? S ghosting. We'll go for a lap with him anyway. So it is a bank turn. It does peel off down this start finish straight onto this infield section. Again, oh, there we go. We're not going to get to see get to see a lap anyway because the race is about to start. So but yeah, it chucks itself onto the infield of this circuit and then back out to the main racetrack and then back in, and yeah, if you're not ready for it, it can catch you out. Who've we got on pole then? Obi-Wan on pole, Manny second, Champ third, JPH fourth, Pilgrim fifth, Rob sixth, Dodgy seventh, Magenta in eighth, got Dugs in ninth, Valium in 10th. Where's Raffo? It's not a bad start from Obi-Wan. It's not a great start from Manny. Champ's probably going to get that position off him, yes. Oh no. It's Champ that got the poor start, apologies. He's getting swamped by JPH and Valium into turn one. These N300s, they are GR4 class, but power's been wound down, I think. Are they GR4s or are they actually N300s? I thought they were GR4s, but anyway. Obi-Wan then in the Yaris leads us through. Manny's lost a bit of time. He's now under pressure from Champ and JPH for that second position, heading down towards this hairpin. Nobody making a move. Valiant thought about it with the inside of JPH. Top five. I pulled a little bit of a gap. Manny's got it all wrong through there. He's lost 3 positions, down to 5th. Pilgrim in 6th. About a second back. He's got Dugs not too far back either. About a second himself. Another half second back to Dodgy. He's got Rob S right behind him. Magenta Fez, unfortunately, sitting at the back. 4 seconds back in the Beamer. Not getting on well here at Blue Moon. Obi-Wan, in the meantime, in the Yaris, has decided to say, see you later. 1.6 seconds he's now got over Champ. Struggling here on these tyres. Not a lot of... Oh, Valium going very wide through there. So gap's developing already. Already into lap 2. Obi-Wan, drive that car properly. So tyre and fuels depletion is only at ×1, so you won't see much wear on these tyres in 20 minutes. Lost a bit of time though, Obi-Wan. Those sideways manoeuvres obviously costing him some time. Gap down to 0.8. Boys will be back in with within slipstream range if they can stay with him. Oh, Raffo's just joined the room again. Random. Gap down to 0.6 then. Oh, Valium getting it a bit wrong through that final turn. On board with Obi-Wan then. Champ slowly closing up on him. Is it going to be close enough into turn 1? I don't think so. Top 3 now. Pulled a bit of a gap from everybody else. Still coming down, 0.3 of a second between Champ and Obi-Wan leading at the minute. JPH trying to hang on to these two. The gap's starting to open up there though. Valium now into 4th. Oh, Champ having to slow down so as not to drive off track. Down towards this hairpin then. Obi-Wan still holding that top spot. JPH now all over the back end of Champ through that little mistake. Down towards this almost hairpin. Sticking close together, these 3. Valium is closing that gap up by the look of it in the background. A little graze down the wall there for Obi-Wan. Is that going to cost him? Could do. Champ already closing that gap down pretty quickly. A lot closer this time. Obi-Wan tries to drop the toe. A little helping hand down towards turn 1. Who's going to win out here on the way out though? Can Champ carry the extra speed up the inside? He's got his nose up. He's backed out though, decided to give that position back to Obi-Wan. Could have cost them dearly. JPH would have just swept through and taken the both of them with any little mistake. So Obi-Wan from Champ from JPH then. Top 3 now, 2.2 seconds over Valium. Holding 4th, 5.8 seconds back is Pilgrim in 5th. Big gaps developed all over the place. Rob S in 6th, 3.9 seconds back. Manny 2.1 back from him. Manny's had a terrible first race so far. Doug's in 8th, under a little bit of pressure from Dodgy at the minute, just 0.6 of a second back as they head into the hairpin. And Magenta Fez really struggling here, 23 seconds down. Again, I don't think as a track Magenta's driven very often. Obi-Wan then still under pressure here for that top spot. Champ now decides he's going to have a go up the inside. He's got the speed. He's held the line through there as well. Nothing Obi-Wan could do about that. He's kept that position from JPH though, not able to follow Champ through. Valium is losing time to them now, 3.4 seconds down. Put a wheel on the grass. Almost sent him off track. All at it again then. Obi-Wan back up the inside of Champ into the hairpin. Can JPH follow him through? No, Champ holds his line through there. But JPH is going to come back up the inside. No, not quite able to carry the speed on the way out into this final turn. Be under pressure down this start-finish straight though, Champ. Getting a slight jump on JPH. They will both be getting a toe off of Obi-Wan in front. Who's going to win out here? It could be JPH. Or is he helping Champ to close that gap up? See how twitchy these cars are. Like I say, just so little grip with the lack of downforce. Obi-Wan being pushed around the circuit himself now by Champ. Absolutely bumper to bumper through there, those two. Obi-Wan having to go a little bit defensive. JPH decided he's going to try and drift through turn 3. Champ getting a good exit up the inside to the outside of Obi-Wan. JPH is going to try and get the pair of them. Not quite worked out. Obi-Wan's let the brakes run through there. He's managed to hold that second position from JPH. I'm not quite sure how. Valium 3.7 seconds down still. Can't quite see him. These top 3 having a right old fight here then. I would expect Valium maybe closing up on these 3 if they keep battling the way they're doing. Champ under pressure from Obi-Wan and JPH this lap. They're going to be 3 wide pretty much as they go into turn 1. Oh no, they've broken up a little bit. Champ holds the lead. Obi-Wan drops down to 3rd. JPH unable to get up the inside of Champ either. That's the wrong one. Still nothing in it between these 3 though. There is a Valium, 4.3 seconds back now in the second Yaris. Pilgrim getting it sideways through turn 2. Good exit by Rob S though. Can he get the position on Pilgrim? They're on teammates, so I wouldn't have thought there's going to be too much battling. Up the inside then at the hairpin. Plenty of space given from Pilgrim. Might be able to get him back. No, not quite carrying the speed. So Rob S into 5th, Pilgrim 6th, Manny 7th. A little bit of a race of his own at the minute. Dodgy in 8th. Got himself past Doug's, or has he? Doug's driving slowly, Dodgy driving slowly. Doug's coming through to retake that 8th then. Dodgy in 9th, Magenta in 10th. Just coming under attack from the top 3 now. Champ and JPH. Neck and neck into turn 2. Trying to get up the inside. Maybe a little bit of contact. I'm not sure. Maybe just Champ trying to give the space, but running it a little bit wide. JPH and Obi-Wan side by side. JPH slides it through there. Almost pulled the handbrake. Magenta Fez drives herself off track to stay out of the way. Obi-Wan and JPH side by side again into this second to last turn. Oh, JPH just clipping the wall. Slowed him down a little bit. Champ out of this fight for the minute. Just over the halfway mark. Can he close the gap back up? 1.5 seconds is the gap between himself and JPH. Valium into the wall there. Just now 2.9 seconds back from Champ. Rob S held that 5th over Pilgrim. Oh man, he's got it wrong. Just getting himself back onto track. Holds that 7th though. Doug's back past Dodgy as we saw. Not sure what was happening there, but Dodgy was driving a little bit slow. As Magenta Fez still trying to get to grips with Blue Moon Infield A. Obi-Wan going a little bit wide through there. Oh no, it's JPH that's got a penalty. Almost loses it. What have we got then? 8 minutes 45 on the clock. Obi-Wan held this lead for pretty much most of the race. JPH and Champ tried their best to take it off him. That little Yaris has always seemed to come out on top. 0.6 of a second between himself and JPH. Is Champ closing that gap back up. Getting the slipstream now is JPH. Won't be enough before turn 1. Can he sling one up the inside? Holding on to that apex for Obi-Wan. Nowhere for JPH to go. There is Champ just in the background. Closes up again into turn 2 for JPH. Heading down towards turn 3. Difficult to overtake through these the second part of the circuit. Now's where the overtake comes in. JPH looking for a way past. Obi-Wan's going to make him run around the outside if he wants it. Tries to cut back up the inside. Obi-Wan holds his line, but Champ is right back in this fight now. He picks up another penalty, does JPH. That could cost him the position to Champ here. Loses a little bit of it through there. All 3 drivers keeping it out of the wall. What's the gap between Champ and JPH? Just 1.2 seconds. Although JPH having a go at Obi-Wan here. Again, it's going to make him run around the outside if he wants it. Just have to lift and coast on the way in. There is Champ 1.3 seconds back. JPH on the hunt again then. Almost side by side through there. Exploring those track limits, Obi-Wan. He's got to be careful. Doesn't want to stick a wheel on the grass. Again, it goes over to the defensive side, down into the hairpin. Make JPH run around the outside unless he leaves the door open. Gets the drive out though. JPH unable to take advantage. Now Champ is in this fight. There he is, just 0.6 of a second back himself, well within slipstream range. Let's have a little look as they come down this start-finish straight. Not that one. JPH and Obi-Wan neck and neck. Good drive out of that final turn for JPH. He's finally got himself past Obi-Wan then. Still gives plenty of space. Can he now hold that top spot into turns 2 and 3? Looks like he's going to bring in Champ ever so... Oh, so tight through there, Champ. Dragging paint off the front bumper going through there. All over the back end of Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan again all over the back end of JPH. Are we going to see a move into the hairpin here? JPH not going defensive. Oh. Spinning up the wheels then, Champ trying to keep up with these two. Again, Obi-Wan looking for a way through. Nowhere to go. Champ should get a better run down this start-finish straight this time and a lot closer. Gap just at 0.3. These three have been neck and neck pretty much the whole race, bar Champ's tiny little mistake. The old wobble on as they exit the main part of the circuit onto this infield section, back up onto this outfield, and then it cuts straight left here. This is where we see Champ closing that gap. He does like to take that turn tight. He's going to be careful he doesn't hit the wall though. That might have been what he did before. JPH gets a couple of wheels on the grass. That's going to slow him down. They are going to be pretty much 3 wide as they go into this hairpin. Obi-Wan trying to, Champ trying to push Obi-Wan through there and get himself through as well. JPH has driven well though, he's kept himself in the right position through this almost hairpin. Gives Champ plenty of room down into this final turn. This is going to be tricky. Side by side through there, Champ just dings into the wall. Gives JPH that position. But that now gives Obi-Wan a little bit of a break. He's now got almost a second from JPH. He is closing back up. But while there's a gap, let's have a run through the field. Obi-Wan still out front then. JPH second, Champ third. Just 3 minutes remaining in this race. Valium still holding fourth. He's almost got the whole start-finish straight to himself, as has Rob S now. Holding 5th position for Rob. Manny back up into 6th. Dodgy is 7th. What has happened to Pilgrim? Doug's in 8th. Pilgrim 9th. He was having a battle with... who was he having a battle with? With Rob S. Halfway through this race, all of a sudden down in 9th. Way off the back of Doug's as well. And then Magenta Fez in 10th. Again, just struggled here tonight. Back up front then, Obi-Wan, 1.7 second lead. 2 minutes remaining. They're going to see 2 laps. JPH and Champ is now where the battle is at. Just 0.3, 0.4 of a second between them. Back end of that Honda Civic like stepping out. They have closed that gap up a little bit on Obi-Wan. Side by side into turn 2. Champ goes through to take it. Oh, wheels on the grass. JPH came back at him, but Champ has been able to carry more speed through into turn 3. Heading back down towards this hairpin. Obi-Wan stretched his lead with that little fight. Now 2.4 seconds. It's all helping his cause out at the minute. Still nothing in it between 2nd and 3rd though. There is Valium in 4th. A couple of corners back. A whole 13 seconds. Followed by Rob. Just Getting himself past Magenta. Pretty big gaps around the mid part of this field. Is that Duggs and Pilgrim having a battle? Yeah, Duggs picking himself up a penalty. Pilgrim looking to come back. Oh, he's driven himself around the outside of Duggs and straight onto the grass. Now he's got to do it all again. He's only got a lap to do it. Duggs still got a penalty to lose. Obi-Wan then, 2.6 second lead. Champ and JPH still bumper to bumper. Hugs that apex, does Champ. Oh, alright. Manny's already crossed the line then. He takes 6th. I am going to stick with the front runners. They are just coming around this turn, but I just want to keep my eye on this fight. It's going to be a run to the line. JPH might be able to get Champ here if he gets a good run. Obi-Wan is going to take the win here though in race 1 comfortably as well. 3.2 seconds by the time he comes up to the line. And there it is. Who's going to win out here? It's going to be to the line. JPH takes it. JPH takes it. That slipstream just helping him out of that long start finish straight. Champ 3rd then. We've already got Manny finished, Dodgy finished, Pilgrim finished, Duggs finished, and I think Duggs has finished, and Magenta. Valium takes 4th then. Rob, all sorts of ways, backwards, sideways, forwards ways for 6th. Everyone else already crossing the line then. Luke, evening brother. Yes, I'm alright, thanks. I'm alright. Yeah, good battle that one. Good battle. Pole position, fastest lap, clean races. Well done, Obi-Wan. Yeah, top 3, neck and neck for pretty much all of that race. Swap positions a few times as well. Race 2 coming up. Reverse grid. Top 3 have to carry over success ballast as well. I don't know what that equates to in weight or clicks, or I'm not quite sure how they've got it set up. But they do have to carry over success ballast and start from the back of the pack. So have some of that, winners. How dare you be so fast and so quick. Clean. Some other adjectives. Five minutes till race 2 then. And you know what that means. Always drop that one in if we do get a break. How you doing, Mr. Doherty? You all right? How's the band with your name on it? So it should put us back out on track about 21:33 UK time. Okay, so it looks like P1 from race 1 gets 3 clicks of weight. P2 gets 2 clicks of extra weight, and P3 gets 1 click of extra weight. Everyone else stays as they are. Again, no points this week due to the fact that they've made changes to some of the cars, brake horsepower and weight and things like that. So they've discounted last week's points and positions. Starting again this week. So reverse grid just being set then. Let's get myself in so we don't miss the start of this race. It's Valium's lobby, so when he leaves we know we're in. Still been given a couple of minutes. Another 20 minutes coming up. Like I say, reverse grid, so those fast boys have got to get all the way through the pack with that extra weight as well. The Yaris, in my ears anyway, I don't know whether you can hear it, it sounds like it's blowing. Exhaust blowing on it. Like the BMW, apart from that plane going over. BMW's silent. A little blow. That's definitely got to blow, that exhaust, I tell you. Get that looked at, Valium. It's probably losing your brake horsepower. It's not losing Obi-Wan brake horsepower, he's in the same flipping car. Is JPH going to give us a lap before we get going? No, he's not. He's going to handbrake it into the pits. I think if you did that in a real Honda Civic, well, you'd end up doing that the first time you tried it. Alright, looks like we're just about to get underway then. There it is. Race 2 just about to kick off then. So another 20 minutes. Reverse grid. Extra weight on for the top 3 from race 1. So that's Obi-Wan for first. JPH second, sneaking it off of Champ right at the end there. And Champ in that third position. But yes, reverse grid. Magenta Fez is going to lead us down to turn 1. Doug second, Pilgrim third, Dodgy fourth, Manny in 5th, Robert in 6th, Valium 7th, Champ in 8th, JPH 9th, and Obi-Wan in 10th. So again, another 20 minutes. Wait for them to get underway. Can't see the lights. Oh, it's not a great start from Pilgrim. Bogged down there. Valium coming firing through. He's already up into 4th position, 3rd position. Manny's looking to come past. Doug's get us up the outside. Into first he goes. Valium through into 2nd. Manny looking for a way past in third. Obi-Wan as well, creeping in there. Doug's going to be 3 wide. Oh, turn. Manny gets nudged wide. Still on track though, still in the fight. Drivers all over the place early on in this race. Who's that that's just gone sideways in a BMW? Is it Doug's maybe? Could have been. Kept it pointing the right way though. Down into 5th now, unfortunately. Right, better have a quick run through this order. It's all gone all over the place. Valium's got himself out front then. Already gained 1.4 second lead over Pilgrim. Pilgrim's holding up JPH, who's already up into 3rd position. Champ's followed him straight through into 4th as well. Doug's 5th. Manny in 6th. Obi-Wan held up a little bit in 7th. You won't want to be letting JPH and Champ get away. Rob S in 8th, a little bit of a penalty he's got already. Dodgy in 9th. And Magenta, I think, just staying out of the way of most people in 10th. Oh, Pilgrim going wide, JPH up the inside. Champ following him through as well, not quite managing to make it all the way through. Pilgrim's held on to that position. How did he do that, Pilgrim? JPH and Champ sideways into turn 3. Oh, Pilgrim's gone wide. Oof, comes back on track, doesn't take anybody else out, but loses a couple of positions down to 4th. That puts JPH and Champ into 2nd and 3rd already. Obi-Wan is starting to make his way through. He's up into, come on, flick over. He's up into 6th. Who's got it wrong? Doug's can't drive that car like that. Little clip into the wall as well. Valium though, his gap that he did have is all the way down to 0.6, 0.5 of a second then. JPH hunting him down in that Honda Civic. Still got Champ for company as well. That's the corner that Champ likes to take so tight, it's unbelievable. And that one as well, unfortunately, it's things like that that he's got to be careful of. So he's lost time to JPH. Gap stretches to over a second. JPH on the hunt for that first. Trying to get past Valium here. Champ spinning those wheels up, trying to close these two back down. Obi-Wan gets himself past Manny. He's up into 5th, so he's only got Pilgrim to get past, and then he's back onto the rear end of these two. A little way back at the minute. Let's get ourselves on with JPH. He's looking, he's like he's going to be taking this position. Honda Civic has got some brute force down the straights. Valium looking to come back around the outside into turn 2. Where is he? Side by side through there. If he can hang it next to JPH, he can get the run into turn 3 here. He does, side by side through there. Down towards this hairpin. Again, the Civic. You've got Nos in there. What have you done? Valium's holding on to that first by the skin of his teeth, though. Champ side by side with JPH now, looking for that second himself. Tries to run around the outside at this penultimate turn. Side by side as they run down to the final turn. Valium just stretches his legs a little bit, 0.6 of a second. Through they go. Where is Champ? Decides to drop out. Allows JPH to clip the wall. Closes up on JPH then. Are they going to work together? No, they're not. Champ saying, no, I'm having the position. He's got the inside line into turn 1. He now is on the hunt for first place. JPH tried to slot one back up the inside of Champ. It didn't work. Obi-Wan's got himself through into 4th as well, slowly closing down on these two. 3.1 seconds down at the minute. Let's go for a run through then. Valium still leading this one. Champ now into 2nd on the hunt. JPH 3rd. Obi-Wan 3 seconds down in 4th position. Pilgrim 5th. Rob S in 6th. Manny 7th. Dodgy is in 8th position. Magenta Fez up into 9th. What's happened to Dugs? Dugs in 10th, a long way down as well. Medium tyres on board for Dugs. Top 3 hunting him down now though. Valium, Champ, JPH. A little bit of bump drafting up the straight to close that gap up even more on Valium. All 3 of them working together at the minute. They all want to try and pull away from Obi-Wan. It's working for him as well. Gap up to 3.2. That does just bring it down to a second, 3 seconds. Champ's got himself through into 1st though. Valium's looking to, JPH is looking for that position, but Valium's held him off. There is Obi-Wan just in the background. Gap down to 2.2 seconds between himself and JPH. Running quickly here as well then Obi-Wan. There he is. Pilgrim and Rob S. Bumper to bumper again. These two had a pretty good battle in race 1, but then Pilgrim decided to do something and chuck himself to the back of the pack pretty much. Manny 7th, having a little bit of a lonely one at the minute. About 5 seconds either side for him. Dodgy in 8th. Magenta Fez up into 9th. Dugs, yeah, still wondering what's going on with Dugs. No idea. Top 3 still as they were. Champ, Valium, JPH. Obi-Wan, the gap down to 2.2 seconds. Fastest lap of the race as well for Obi-Wan, 1:16.9. Jedi powers are looking strong tonight, Obi. Still nothing in it between the top 3. Valium putting the pressure back on Champ for that 1st position. Obi-Wan has had a storming lap. Got the gap down to 1.6 seconds. Keeps it out the wall there. He won't benefit from the tow down this start-finish straight, unfortunately. These boys in front will slowly pull away. But he just taking a 10th out here or there through this back section. JPH chucks himself up the inside of Valium into turn 1. Up he goes into 2nd position. He gets himself back on the rear bumper of Champ, although Valium's looking to come back at him into turn 2. Side by side through there. Tiny bit of contact. JPH goes off. He's back on track, but Obi-Wan's managed to get through into that 3rd position. Valium's pulled over as well, so Obi-Wan gets himself up into 2nd. JPH 3rd. Valium's pulled over to give him that position back after the little bit of contact. Rob S 5th. Pilgrim's lost out on that fight again. Manny through to 6th. Pilgrim 7th. Dodgy not that far back now. It's 1.6 seconds in 8th. Magenta still 9th. Dugs is slowly closing up on her though. So Champ now with a big lead. 2.4 seconds from Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan's got 1.7 between himself and JPH. Honda is running quick. He's pulling that time down already. Yeah, there's Obi-Wan's car's not anywhere near as quick as JPH's at the top end. Losing about 4, maybe 5 miles an hour on the long straight. So 9 minutes remaining of race 2. Champ now 2.6 seconds up front. A lot of work to do for Obi-Wan if he wants to get that gap down. He's got to fend off a JPH who's getting ever closer each lap. Dips a wheel on the grass, Obi-Wan. You can't be doing that. It's not going to be long before JPH is in that slipstream range. Manny's closed up. Oh, sorry, that's Magenta. I thought that was Manny closing up on Rob, but it's not. Anybody else having a fight? Pilgrim and Dodgy. I think Pilgrim's just got himself past Dodgy again. So Dodgy in 8th. Yeah, Magenta 9th. Doug's getting it a little bit wrong through there again. Still in 10th. Slowly closing up on Magenta though. 11.5 seconds down at the minute. Champ's not managed to properly disappear yet. Gap still 2.2 seconds. Brings it down a little bit again as they come into the hairpin. JPH, although he was closing up pretty quickly, he's lost a bit of that time now. That gap up to 2 seconds between himself and second place Obi-Wan now. Gap is coming down between first and second, just 1.5 seconds in it now. Another fastest lap of the race there for Obi-Wan, a 1:16.5. Gap still at 1.5, still 2 seconds between Obi-Wan and JPH. 8.3 back to Rob in 4th. Again, he's under threat from nobody at the minute. Another 6.5 back to Manny. Valium in 6th. Closing up on Manny, just 1.2 seconds back. Can he get that position by the end of the race? He's doing well early on. Oh, Manny's driven off. Valium's followed him. Gap extends again, back up to 1.5. Pilgrim another 3.4 seconds down. Dodgy 2.1. Magenta over a lap down. And Doug's, oh Doug's, I was just going to say you were closing up on Magenta, but you just binned it. Champ then, still leading, but for how much longer? That gap between himself and Obi-Wan down to 1 second. Five minutes remaining of this one. JPH now 3 seconds down in 3rd. Can Obi-Wan get this first place back? Not that he's had it yet, but he took the win in race 1. Gap still at 1.3 seconds. Into this final turn then, still not quite within slipstream range is Obi-Wan. What does he hit down this start-finish straight? 130 now. I've seen other cars hitting about 147s, 144s. So 142 max I saw there from Obi-Wan. Like I say, I think Champ and JPH running about 144 down there. Still, gap, still only a second between Champ and Obi-Wan. Another purple sector. Runs a little bit wide through there. That's going to slow him down. Pretty much everybody else spread out on track. I think we've got Doug's drifting it just in front, coming around these last few turns. Gap extends then, 1.6 seconds between Obi-Wan and Champ. Starts to fall away again a little bit. He's only got 3.5 minutes remaining. Although 1.6 seconds is not a big gap, it is when you're racing. It's a chasm. JPH losing a little bit more time, 3.2 seconds down in third. Rob S in fourth, again under no threat from anybody. Manny another 4.5 seconds back. Valium 4.5 seconds back himself. He's now coming under pressure from Pilgrim. Within slipstream range as well as Pilgrim. Could be on for another position here then. Dodgy 8th. And then Magenta a long way back in 9th. Doug's, like I say, we've just caught him getting it wrong here, there and everywhere, unfortunately, tonight. Down in 10th position. There is race leader Champ coming through. Obi-Wan following him. Still that gap at 1.2, just under 1.3. Just outside that slipstream range for Obi-Wan. One minute 45 left on the clock. Again, they're going to see another 2 laps. Through there, nice and cleanly for Champ. Holds that gap between himself and Obi-Wan at 1.4. It's dropped down to a second. Early on in this first section. Still at a second as they come into the hairpin. Gains a couple of tenths on him through turn 3. Tiny mistakes from Obi-Wan. So 1 minute remaining. They are going to cross the line. They are going to see another lap. Not everybody. Gap still at 1.2 between Champ and Obi-Wan. JPH 3.3. Lion 3.8 seconds down. Still at 1.3 seconds. Could be Champ's win here tonight. Still holding enough of a lead over Obi-Wan. 1.5 seconds. Again, it's only going to take a tiny mistake from Champ. A clip on one of these walls that he likes to run so tightly to. He's kept it out of that one. Obi-Wan driving it as hard as he possibly can to try and close the gap up. So we have got drivers already crossing the line. We've got Pilgrim and Manny. Pilgrim taking 6th, Manny taking 7th, Dodgy taking 8th. Let's just see. Magenta Fez is going to take 9th, Doug's 10th, but yeah, Champ has kept that lead onto this start-finish straight. There's no way Obi-Wan can get this one back then. Champ's going to take the win here for the race 2. There he goes. Obi-Wan, good drive though. Come home for 2nd position. JPH as well through the pack for 3rd. Rob is going to come home for 4th. He's going to give it a wiggle on the way through as well by the looks of it. I'd say he's happy with that, wouldn't you? Get it across the line, Rob. There you go. Yeah, happy with 4th then, I can imagine. We're just waiting for Valium and Doug's, who's still drifting towards the start-finish line. Oh, I think he's just crossed now. Valium backwards for 5th. Pilgrim took 6th. Manny took 7th. Dodgy took 8th. Magenta took 9th. And Doug's took 10th. And now we have a little bit of a break and then qualifying for next week. 10-minute sprint race. I forget, is that reverse grid as well? And extra weight. So yeah, that's how they've got this one set up. 2 sprint races or 2 20-minute races. And then qualifying for next week at the end of tonight's. So another 10-minute sprint race coming up. Remember your ballast, people. Or did Obi-Wan accidentally take out Manny? I think he did, didn't he? So just got to wait for these lobby settings to be reset. Like I say, it goes to a 10-minute sprint race for qualifying next week. Still set at 20 minutes at the minute. Top 3 though, as they were, not in the same order, but Champ, Obi-Wan and JPH taking 1st, 2nd and 3rd again. We need a BMW and a Hyundai to be bolted onto the back end of that fight. A little 5-way battle for 1st, that's what we want. Let's not take too long, Valium. It is 10 o'clock already. Starting soon, right? I better get myself in then. Top 3 managing to carve their way through the pack quite cleanly, apart from the little incident between Manny and Obi. Should have backed out. It's the old red mist though, isn't it, in race mode. Still not fixed that exhaust yet, Valium. Focus sounds a little better. BMW sounds like it's been turned off. Hyundai is pretty quiet. Not a lot coming out Civic either. Here we go then. Sprint qualifying for next week. 10 minutes coming up. It is reverse grid then. Top 3 from race 1 carrying over that extra weight again. So it's Doug's now going to lead us down towards turn 1, followed by Magenta Fez. BMW blockade. Can they get a good start? Oh, is there going to be a great big pile of wheel spin? Oh, Pilgrim. He's muffed it. There's about 10 drivers who've muffed it. Nobody knows what's going on. Somebody's seen somebody pull forward and everyone else has jumped the gun. Chaos already. Obi-Wan then from the back all the way through. Thank you. Straight into first position. Dodgy through into second. It's a Yaris 1-2-3 at the minute. Valium also gets himself through into second. Does he? 3 wide into turn 3. Oh, so close. JPH looking for a way through these boys. Rob S as well, side by side with Valium. God, it's chaos into the hairpin. Don't even know who's where. Dodgy runs a little bit wide. Rob S takes advantage. He comes through. JPH has still been held back in 4th position. Up the inside of, around the outside of Valium. Valium holds it. Dodgy's taken that one wrong. That slowed him down. Champ as well through the pack into 4th. Valium 5th now. Dodgy 6th. Manny in 7th. Pilgrim 8th. Magenta in 9th. Doug's 10th. There is Obi-Wan. 2.5 second lead already over Rob S. Rob S now the cork in the bottle between JPH, Champ and that Obi-Wan battle again. Again, this is just a 10-minute qualifying sprint. Gives us grid positions for next week's race. Obi-Wan looking comfortable at the minute. 2.7 second lead over Rob. JPH, though's got himself just up the inside, has he? Is he going to sling one up the inside of the hairpin? Yes, he is. Champ's going to try and follow him through. Valium right there with him, side by side. Champ and Rob S. Valium trying to run around the outside of everyone there. Also follows Champ through past Rob S. Rob drops down from 2nd. It's down to 5th then. Now under a bit of pressure from Dodgy and Manny. Oh, Pilgrim just clipping the wall on the way out of the final turn. Little way back at the minute, 2.8 seconds. Magenta 13.8 back, and Doug's wrong at the hairpin. He's all over the shop. So JPH and Champ now battling it out for 2nd. Obi-Wan 3.5 second lead already. 3 minutes into this one. 7 minutes remaining. Champ through into 2nd. Got himself past JPH. Oof, both drivers running it wide through there though. They're under pressure. Valium looking to come back at the pair of them down to the hairpin. Oh, come on, Bridge, get out of the way. He chucked himself up the inside. Tiny bit of contact between himself and Champ, but gets himself through into second. JPH also takes advantage through into third. Champ fourth. Rob S bolted onto the back end of this fight for fifth, as is Manny. Dodgy's only 0.7 of a second back himself. Pilgrim 3.7 seconds back. Magenta and Doug's. Doug still testing the drifting out on the BMW. There comes race leader already coming through to lap Doug's. 5.1 seconds. His lead. Valium coming under pressure from JPH. Champ's lost that position again then. Up the inside for JPH. Whoa, wheel on the grass there for Valium, but he holds on to second. Champ sneaks his way through into third as well. Valium's driven off track. Where's he come back out? Where are you, Valium? Get yourself back on. Holding fourth, but not for much longer. Rob S up the inside, slings himself almost up the inside of JPH there as well. Maybe a little bit of contact. Manny's back in this fight as well. Oh, three wide. Pinball effect into the hairpin. So Obi-Wan has thrown down the full Jedi powers, flinged his lightsaber out the window and everything. 6.7 second lead over JPH, still being hunted down by Champ though. A little bit of a gap developed back to the next fight. Manny, Rob S and Valium for that fourth position. Manny's taken a massively wide line through there. Can he carry the speed out though? Rob S chucks himself up the inside. Gets himself side by side with Valium through turn 2. Oh, Manny dips a wheel on the grass, but keeps it on track. He's now down in 6th position though. Rob S pins into the wall. Not sure if there was contact between Valium and Rob, or whether Rob was just carrying far too much speed. So Manny back up into 4th then. Manny 4th, Valium 5th, Rob S in 6th, Dodgy 7th, Pilgrim in 8th, Magenta 27 seconds down in 9th, and Doug's Driftertron in 10th. 7.2 out front then, 7.3 for Obi-Wan. These two swapping positions left, right and centre. JPH back into 2nd. Manny just holding that 4th position at the minute, half a second in front of Valium. Valium's got a bit of a penalty to lose. Pulled a bit of time over Rob S, 1.2 seconds. Dodgy another 2.3 back. Pilgrim's coming up the inside for that position. So Pilgrim takes 7th. Dodgy then 8th. Magenta 9th. Doug's 10th. There's the gap between Obi-Wan and Champ. Valium has just driven his Yaris into a wall. So 2.5 minutes remaining. Obi-Wan 8.2 seconds. Champ just holding 2nd. JPH all over the back of him though as they come onto this long start finish straight. Can JPH get it done? Just 0.3 of a second back, closing up already under the slipstream. Civic quick as well. Champ trying to drop the toe. Hugging the inside line, making JPH work for it. He's gone around the outside. Still holds that 2nd. Oh, that's the wrong way. Hold on to it for the next 2 laps? That's the question. Onto the grass he goes. JPH not close enough to take advantage. Still on the hunt then. Obi-Wan, 8.4 seconds up the road. So, when Obi-Wan crosses the line, this will become a final lap. Some drivers might already be seeing that. Oh, you have to wait for the timer to tick down, don't you? So, 8.5 seconds lead for Obi-Wan as we hit this final lap. Champ, still under pressure from JPH. Is he close enough here? Door left a little bit open there by Champ, but JPH's tyres not able to give him the grip he needed to slip one up the inside, so he has to hold on to third for now. Manny fourth, 2.6 seconds back to Rob, still under pressure for Valium though for that seventh. Purple sectors there for Valium, looking to hunt down Pilgrim before the end of this lap. All over the back end of him as they head down towards the hairpin. Slings one up the inside. Can he hold the line? Can Pilgrim get the run on him back up to this next turn? Side by side on the way out. Looks like no. Pilgrim has managed to get up the inside. Could be a run to the line then. Let's get ourselves on board with Obi-Wan as he comes up to the line. Comfortable win. 9 seconds by the time he crosses. Champ is going to come home for second. JPH not going to be able to use the slipstream this time. Champ second then. JPH third. Manny is going to come home for fourth. Inside somebody else. Rob S takes fifth. Valium takes seventh. Valium takes sixth. Pilgrim takes seventh. Dodgy 8th, Magenta's 9th, and we just wait for Doug's to point his car in the right direction, and he takes that 10th position. So that is qualifying for next week done and dusted. That is your lineup for qualifying, or for race 1 next week, because that was qualifying. So we'll see how that leaves the points next week. I can see Obi-Wan being way up there, as with JPH. Oh. People going into the wall at 400 miles an hour. Yeah, JPH, Obi-Wan and Champ will be first, second and third. I think it'll be Obi-Wan first. Could be a tie between the top. Is it fastest laps as well? Do you lot count in fastest laps and stuff like that? I don't know. Obi-Wan, no problem at all. So that was possibly round 1, possibly round 2 of P1RC's British Touring Car Championship. I don't know why they call it BTCC on here. It should be BTCC, surely, shouldn't it? British Touring Car Championship. I'll leave that with you. So yes, we did have a race last week, but they've made changes to the cars, so I think they've nerfed points from last week, and they're sort of counting points from this week onwards. Manny, no problem. Rob S, no problem. JPH, no problem. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be it from me. I am back on Monday night for the minis. That's at 8 o'clock for the Tanto Racing, Chewit Racing Mini Cooper Cup. Only 2 more rounds left of that, and then we'll take a break until the new year. The Wednesday League has finished as well, so the Team Oliver Racing League, that was the finals on Wednesday, or last night. Go check that out. There was some great racing in that one last night. And then yes, same time, same place next week for round 2, possibly round 3 of this British Touring Car Championship, hosted by P1RC, or P1 Race Community. Go and check them out on Facebook. So that's going to be it from me. I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, give it a like, comment, subscribe. Tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.